So I want to jump right in. I mean, you are all the talk of the town right now. Tell me just why you decided to give the Hollywood sign a boob job.
Well, I came up with the idea almost a year ago, and I just, the heat of the World Series had kind of died down, and I was thinking of, what's the next thing I can do? And I was trying to think of what made Hollywood Hollywood, and obviously, like the Hollywood sign came to mind. And earlier this year, my Instagram socials, my with over 5 million followers, and my business Instagram with almost 1 million followers, ended up getting disabled. They claim it's because of nudity, but I'm not doing anything more than Playboy's doing. My product's nearly identical to that of Playboy's. So I just was like wondering why was my accounts being targeted. So I did it to get the attention of Adam Rosari and Instagram's attention of, why are you trying to censor smaller businesses and not bigger name companies? If you're going to treat accounts fairly, you should treat them fairly across the board. So ironically enough, the only feedback I've gotten from Facebook so far is to label myself as a male the next time I created an account so that I wouldn't get taken down. Adam Azair hasn't reached out just yet. I haven't spoken with him directly, but I'm hoping within the next couple of days, with all these, articles coming out, that does get their attention, and that I'm able to sit with him and really, really like address this issue, because it's a rising issue. And I feel like if someone doesn't do something about it soon, it's going to continue to be a problem, and there's going to be another girl who's sitting in my spot, months, years from now, dealing with the same issue.
That's absolutely unbelievable. They said to then just go on to say that you're a man. I mean, what, like, so men have more leeway than women when it comes to these social media channels?
I mean, if you show a little bit more skin as a man, I mean, like, obviously men are allowed to be topless and shirtless on Instagram. So I guess if you label yourself as a man and you show more skin, then I guess, the algorithm doesn't pick up on it. I'm not sure.
That's awful. I mean, truly. And so I think it is really cool and empowering. Like I don't think that I could do it because I'm not as comfortable with my body as you are, but like you do this in an empowering way. It's not even, necessarily like sexualized. You do it because you feel good. Like, can you explain that to me a little bit?
Yeah, it's not really necessarily the nudity itself. I just love working with women, and I think something is so empowering about a woman who just owns who she is, whether she's fully clothed or in a suit or completely nude. I just think us as women, we should be able to own who we are, and I should be able to be treated the same whether I'm sitting here fully clothed or fully naked. And I think just having that mindset and creating a platform where women can come and be sexy and feel sexy and do it in a safe and comfortable way is really important.
I love that. So back to HollyBoob. Tell me about just like how this came to be, like how this played out. You released a behind the scenes video. But just when it came down to the day, what were you feeling? How excited were you?
So excited. I remember driving up and seeing it as we were making the drive up to the hike, and it was almost like that feeling of a roller coaster. That's like the best feeling I could describe it. Like when you're literally making the way up on a roller coaster and you're about to take the drop. And it was just, I love that feeling. I love the adrenaline. It just makes me feel alive. So it was fun. It's definitely, I would do it again in a heartbeat.
Now, did you expect to get arrested, or did you think you'd make it out in time?
Yeah, me and Jack, who flew in from Florida from the Juke School, was helping me do it. We sat down and we were like, yeah, if we're going to be planning on posting this and, pushing it as hard as we were going to, we were like, we're going to get arrested. I mean, it was just a matter of how and when and how long. We were expecting the cops to kind of come down and stop us, which no one ended up doing, luckily. So we had time to actually pull the stunt. But we were expecting to get in a little bit of trouble.
Mm-hmm. Are you already kind of have an idea of the next stunt that you'd like to pull?
We do. I mean, there's always something next, and we always are planning. It's just how to one up it. I think it's just like, where do we go from now? Have a couple things in the mix, but it's like,
You traveled to South America with the Nelk boys. How was that trip, and what's your friendship with them like?
Oh my God, I love them. The Nelk boys, they're some of my best friends. They're so creative. They're geniuses in the space and what they do. And I'm always down for a good time, always down for a good prank, obviously. And I think they just know who to call when they're looking for a girl who's, down to have some fun.
Mm-hmm. What wild pranks can fans expect from that cameo?
Oh my gosh, so many. We were on, let's just put it this way, we were on a sex island, I guess it was called. It was near Guatemala. You take a boat and do like these tantra sex classes, and you can just expect to see a really good time.
Love that. So you run Shag Mag, which is kind of like your self-made Playboy magazine. Can you tell me more about that and how it might differ from something like OnlyFans?
So early in 2018, I actually got a call from Playboy and I got to meet in their headquarters. And when I did, I just wasn't excited about the experience anymore. It was after Hugh Hefner had died, and I really loved, you know, what he had brought to the company, but I feel like the magic of Playboy had kind of died with him. And so I wasn't excited about the opportunity anymore. And I was like, if I'm not excited about it, why not create something I would be excited to be a part of? So I came up with the idea of Shag Mag. We launched in March in 2019. It's so much more than just pictures. You know, it's sex articles, dating articles, exclusive interviews with celebrities. I think the main difference between that and OnlyFans is, you know, it's a production. It's a full-on production with a bunch of creators, a bunch of writers, and it's a product, it's a brand. It's not just, you know, an OnlyFans.
So how is that functioning on Instagram right now without you being on Instagram?
You know, luckily, I feel like we built a big enough brand to where we can still make noise, and pulling stunts like this and getting the attention of millions and millions of people. I mean, we were on every single news source or every single less than 48 hours. So it was just like, you know, I feel like that does just as much as, if not more than, an Instagram post, and really solidifies us as a brand. So, you know, we're still doing okay, but it still doesn't make it okay with what they, you know, Instagram's doing.
Are there any celebs or influencers that you would like to work with for Shag Mag, or, you know, personally?
I've always wanted to team up with Miley Cyrus. She's been an inspo from the get-go of just her no fucks given mentality, and as a huge female leading in this space of just owning who she is, no matter, you know, what area she is in her life. And I think it'd be awesome to partner up with her and get to work with her.
Yeah, you guys definitely seem to align, I feel like, in a lot of ways, just in your vibe and your personalities. I think that that would be a really good one.
And her matching tattoo that just breathe on my ribs.
Love that.
Tattoos.
That's so good. Have you guys met before? Have you been in touch ever?
No, we haven't met before. Haven't, you know, really been in touch, but it's bound to happen. It's bound to happen.
I see it for sure. So you also have a podcast called The Shit Show. When can fans expect some more episodes?
Actually today. So today we are officially back. We are releasing our first episode back in 2021 today. Shit Show's great. I think it's just giving, and you know, it's an addition to Shag Mag of giving sex behind a female's perspective, because I feel like a lot of guys get sex advice from other men, which, sorry, but they don't give the best sex advice. So wanted to be the voice of the ladies and tell guys, you know, what actually goes on inside our heads and what we actually want in bed.
Mm-hmm. So would you ever collaborate with like Call Her Daddy, Alex Cooper? Have you guys ever met?
No, I haven't met Alex. Listen, I'm not opposed to collaborating. I know, you know, she's had her fair share of like words about the Shit Show and stuff like that, but you know, I'm never down to to team up with another female in the space. I think it'd be a good opportunity for both of us. I think she's hilarious. I think she has a really strong voice, and I think she's kind of like me in a sense where she's really blunt and straightforward with her opinions and what she has to say. So I think it'd be for us to sit there and both our perspectives on a lot of different things.
Mm-hmm. Well, and listen, I'm happy to come on as well. You can teach me a few things probably.
The more girls we can get on the Shit Show and like actually have guys know what we want, I'm telling you, it's gonna be a game changer, ladies, for 2021. If we can get these men and actually tell them what we want, it's gonna be good.
I love it. I got to take control. Now we have to ask you about Jake Paul, your ex, are you guys on good terms? Was it messy? Do you talk ever?
Listen, dating in general is really hard, and dating in this industry in the public eye is even tougher. You know, sometimes you just end up trusting the wrong people, and that's unfortunate. But what I can say is, as a woman, I feel like you can relate to this as well, is, you know, I don't think I should be defined by who I've dated in the past. I'm not Jake Paul's ex. I'm Julia Rose. I'm the founder and CEO of Shag Mag, and love to leave it at that. You know, I wish him the best, you know, but love, but it just is unfortunate. It's an unfortunate situation to have to be really public and date in the public eye, but you know, things keep going.
Would you ever participate in a celebrity boxing match or even create your own event?
I've actually, it's really funny that you bring that up. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Kinsey. Me and Kinsey were thinking about doing something before COVID and before quarantine ended up happening. And it was unfortunate. I actually ended up getting pretty hurt in the gym, just working out. And so we weren't able to do it with quarantine and stuff. I'm not opposed to it. I'm very competitive. I'm a really, really competitive person. And I think it'd be fun to train and compete. Is it boxing? Maybe not. Maybe mud wrestling. You know, let's keep it a little fun and a little less like aimed at the face. But I'm down to get dirty. I'm down to get competitive. I think it'd be a great time.
Yeah. Is there anyone that you would want to go up against?
Honestly, I mean, I can't think of anyone that would be like, I don't know. No, I mean, I can't say there's like someone I'd pinpoint and be like, I want to box so and so. But
Them,
right.
right?
I'm down.
Anyone. So we're gonna do like a little quick round of questions. They're kind of random and just, you know, answer as you will. So would you rather have $1 million or 1 million followers?
Oh, $1 million, 100%.
What's the number one thing you need for a great photo shoot?
Confidence.
Or what's the biggest misconception about you?
Being called an influencer, I think, is the biggest misconception. I like to consider myself more of an entrepreneur and a CEO, and obviously making that transition is, you know, a tough one. As if you're as a creator, people already have this misconception about you, and they have this stigma already built of what they think you are and who you are. And obviously with the kind of content I put out, you know, people already think they have me figured out. And making that transition from, you know, putting out this sexy content to now being taken very serious as a businesswoman and a leader in this space, and as a founder, I think that's going to be the biggest misconception of me so far.
What is the last movie to make you cry?
Ooh, haven't watched movies in a while. I feel like I watched one of those like cartoon, I think it was like Soul or something, and just teared up. But I don't know, it was really bad. I cry pretty easily in movies. Like I don't know if you ever saw Marley and Me with the dog.
Oh,
I bawled my eyes out. That was a movie, like I could not stop crying. That was bad.
yeah, I don't watch things that will make me cry because sometimes I do think if I start, I won't stop. Like I just watched A Star Is Born because my boyfriend made me.
Oh man, did you cry?
I like was shaking and he was like, God, like, I'm sorry. I was like, I told you, this is why.
He's like all night. He's like, babe, you're like in the bathroom. He's like, don't talk to me.
I can't. We were like on vacation. I was like, I told you I didn't want to do this. It was awful. And then what is your biggest flex of all time? I might know the answer to this.
It has to be Shag Mac. I think, you know, I think that's my biggest flex. And I mean, HollyBoob, pretty big flex too, you know.
That's what I was gonna say.
I think building a brand, building something from nothing, and like seeing a production come to life every month and getting to some of the most amazing women and the most amazing creators every single month, and seeing something come to life, and just my mark with Shag Mag has got to be, yeah, that's it 100%.
I love that. And then what is next for you? What can we expect for Julia Rose 2021?
Julia Rose 2021, we are taking over the bunny, we are taking over Playboy, and Shag Mag's gonna be bigger than ever, and it's gonna be insane. It's gonna be a good year, good 2021.
I can't wait to see it. Next time I'm out in LA, I will come to you and hopefully we can do something in person.
Oh,
I would love that. Yes. Well, thank you so much, Julia. Thanks for taking the time. Thanks for bringing so much awareness just to like female empowerment. I think more people need to hear this. So thank you.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Awesome. Bye.